Have you ever seen a physically attractive woman somewhere and thought, wow, she's so pretty, but she has a bad attitude, or she doesn't know how to talk to people or treat people? And from that experience, I was able to say that true beauty is when a woman knows who she belongs to, and that's Christ, and every single day she strives to live according to his standard of beauty and according to his word. I remember I went through the season where I'd go on these gain weight diets, taking these pills to help me to increase my appetite and help me to eat more, but it didn't really work. And all they did was make me feel really sick and made me feel worse about myself, actually. I remember there was this time when I went through this season of bullying and teasing people, and it wasn't because anything was wrong with them, essentially, but it was because something was wrong with me. I wasn't comfortable with myself, so I had to bring people down to where I was to make me feel good about myself, but it really didn't make me feel good at all. Relationships was another avenue that I took to cover up my insecurity. I remember almost just about every single day I would ask my boyfriend at that time, do you think I'm pretty? Do you think I'm beautiful? And even though they'd say yeah, I knew that it was only probably because I was their girlfriend. But it only made me feel good temporarily. Like it wasn't able to satisfy and fulfill the amount of insecurity and lack of confidence that I had. So even though they'd say yeah, when I got home and I go in the bathroom and I stared at myself in the mirror, I still felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't pretty enough. My hair is still picky. I'm still too thin. My smile is still not straight. You know, it was still a lot that I was dealing with personally. And that's why it's so important for you to affirm your beauty for yourself, because no one is able to do that for you. And the thing about going to people to affirm your beauty for you is the fact that they won't always be there. Nights when you're alone and you're crying and you're fighting these mind battles because there are things that you can't change about yourself that you wish you could. It leads to depression. And I remember when I went through my stage of depression, I used to do a lot of I used to cut myself, and there was this time I even stood in the mirror and I wanted to cut my face because I just felt like, you know, I'd never be good enough and I'd never be pretty enough to anyone. And the funny thing is that even though I didn't really know God then, he still had me, because there was this voice that was always in my head, you know, telling me not to, and that voice was the voice of my mother, and I'm so very grateful for her. One of the most scarring, I guess, events for me in that process was the fact that I had an absent father. And for anyone, any female who's had an absent father, you know, it leaves a scar, it leaves a void in your heart, and it's like, you know, you think, well, maybe I wasn't good enough for him, and that also causes insecurity, and it also causes you to look to other people for things that your father should have been there to give you. I remember, because my father was of the Haitian nationality, I was always teased for it by people very close to me, and it would hurt a lot. And I thought, okay, well, maybe that's why I look this way. But growing up, I've learned to embrace the fact that my father is of the Haitian nationality, and that I'm half Haitian, and that Haitian is in my blood. And when I come across people who are talking about Haitians, you know, I mean, like, oh, she ugly because she's Haitian, or saying stuff like that, it's like, well, my dad is a Haitian, and they're like seriously, like, you are? And I'm like, yeah. And they say, well, you don't look like one. I'm like, well, how does a Haitian look, you know? Like, how does anyone else look that's not Bahamian? Like, why do we always have to bash other nationalities? Because everyone is beautiful in their own unique way. I consider Haitians to be a very beautiful race. My breaking point for me to begin to truly embrace the beauty that I am was when I decided to stop wearing makeup. I decided to challenge myself for a week to stop wearing makeup at COB, because I used to wear makeup there every day, because I tried to fit in a lot, because I still struggle with insecurity and my identity. So I went for a week without wearing makeup, and I used to catch the bus to and from school. And on those days, I received like a lot of comments from people, like bypassers, saying like, oh, you're beautiful, or you're so pretty, you're gorgeous, you're so cute. And I thought, well, that's so weird, because when I used to wear makeup, I never really got that much comments. So I thought, okay, maybe it's not about my makeup, and maybe it's not about the weave that I wear and the clothes that I wear. Maybe there's something more to this beauty thing. And that moment, my perspective on beauty changed a whole lot, and I began to embrace my natural beauty. and I began to accept myself for who I am. I want to leave you with this challenge to let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to affirm your beauty for you. I just want you to go without it for a week. I don't care how hard it is. You have to do this because you have to learn to affirm your beauty for yourself and according to God's standard of beauty by reading His Word daily.